During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
Lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, folks. Welcome aboard. Commence the jiggling. 4 p.m. on the dot on this lovely Thursday afternoon. You're listening to Revenge of the Sis, of course, the leaders of your media insurgency. Mike Sheely, Royce Lopez. Kicking off your Thursday afternoon with fun, friendship, fellowship. And
Togetherness.
Togetherness.
Mm-hmm.
Positivity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good cheer.
Yeah. All around, really.
Smiles and sunshine. That's what I say.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all we do. We have been, as you guys know, in 2019, we have been embarking on a sort of an internet tour of goodwill. And I think we've done a great job of winning over all sorts of new friends. Mm-hmm. We've got, of course, Chuck Boris, Sam Whitfield, some of the new folks coming on board, some of our pals out there. Strengthening our alliance with Porcelain as we go into 2019.
That's correct, yes.
Very great. Very excited about his.
Mersh got a cameo in the new Beige Frequency.
Yeah, that was a surprising thing, too. Now, I've now appeared in a Beige Frequency documentary, and soon I'll appear in I'll be tied with Joe Matarese, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Porcelain documentary appearances. That's pretty dope.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty dope. I mean, when you get to the Joe Matarese level, it's like, late show, here I come.
Now, here's what I think. I think that I should also count 2, and hear me out, because he did use a picture of my wife in one of his documentaries, and she's my property.
But that's not.
It's my property.
Yeah, but then you don't get it doesn't matter. You don't get an IMDb credit. Like, if they use your house to shoot a scene in, you don't get a credit.
What about,
They don't go, oh, well, let's give Royce a producer credit because we took a shot of his coffee table.
I say I should be given a producer credit.
See, I actually appear twice in very crucial parts. Some would say the foundation of both of those documentaries revolved around my appearances.
But here's what I'm going to say. If it wasn't for me, you would have never been able to make those phone calls. So honestly, you guys should be thanking me because
No, because if it were up to you, we probably would have been up even earlier and driving in that car. And if it weren't for me being an alcoholic back then actually having an active pill problem, I probably would have gotten up with you and we would have missed Jim Norton's advice show.
You're right.
But because of my inability to roll out of bed before 2 p.m., we actually got there on time. See, again, it's all about me, folks. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. I created porcelain. All right. Porcelain was inspired. He says it all the time. He goes,
He's never said that.
He says to me privately, Mersh, if it wasn't for you, I never would have made the original documentary.
He's never said that.
He was so inspired.
He didn't even know it was you when he put it in there.
He absolutely did not.
He had no clue. Porcelain's in the chat. He goes, it's true.
That's how me and Porcelain became friends. I was like, hey, man, I love your shit. Hey, by the way, that was me in the gym thing. And he went, oh, it was? That was pretty funny. I said, yeah, you're pretty funny, too. And that was the end of it. So shout out to, we're looking forward to that.
I can't fuck it. I'm really angry, again, that you got to see the first 15 minutes and Porcelain's like, fuck that Royce guy. He doesn't get to see it. So whatever. I get the implications. I understand how it is. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do first, Mike?
So did you hear about Tonkasaw?
So what happened with our friend Tonka Wheel Saw? What happened?
So you know how like sometimes you get, you remember when you would go to school, like middle school, and there would be that kid who gets humiliated, who gets beaten down so badly and embarrassed so publicly that they have to move to a different school. So this is sort of the internet equivalent of that. So Tonkasaw is going to have to move to a new internet. If that's a thing.
I haven't, not to dox him, but I have a photo of Tonkasaw here. Oh no, sorry, that's Draws.
That is Draws.
That's Draws.
That is. I never realized it before, but Draws is what Dave Goss would look like if he was crippled instead of in good shape and normal. Just hanging out with my dogs, dude.
So what's happening? And for those that know, we kind of have a history on a little history with Tonkasaw and all that stuff.
You mean the time we went on Internet Blood Sports and shared a private DM with them, and then they went on record?
Correct.
As saying that Styx Hexenheimer was a pedophile?
That's correct.
And then brought us back on to go, hey, these guys just called Styx a pedophile, and then milk us for content? You mean that time?
That time.
Yes. Yeah. I predicted then that the Tonkasaw saga would be a short one, and that when the dust settled, we'd still be standing here. I didn't even make those sort of claims against people like Andy Worski or anybody, but I promised you guys that Tonkasaw would be gone long before we were ever gone. He has.
What happened though? I'm honestly out of the. I mean, I do know
so
it's
you
going
remember
on.
17 years ago when him and Andy Worski agreed to do some stupid boxing thing?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Thousands of years ago, before the dawn of man,
way before
Nancy Pelosi. So this asshole, these assholes have been, we're gonna IRL fight, and all these faggots have been giving him super chats for months. I can't wait for the fight, boys.
So what happened?
I've been saying for 3 months, this fight is never going to happen. It is watching two beta males standing on the playground. School, remember the Craig and Tweak fight?
Yes.
From fucking South Park? This was the internet version of the Craig and Tweak fight from South Park. You do it. You push me first. I knew nothing was going to happen. Anyway, these fags all were like, I can't wait for these guys to fight. Tonkasaw, from what I hear, has deleted his Twitter account, and he literally, from what I could decipher from this, legally changed his name like a week ago. Like legit, this nigga wants to move to a different school.
But I get that. But what happened? Like, why did he back out of the fight? Like, did he give a reason, or he just disappeared?
He just keeps making it difficult for this thing to happen. He's not giving he's doing.
Do they not have wheelchair access at the arena?
That would be a big issue. Could somebody look into whether or not they got a ramp at this event? No, but like Yeah, who is it? Mayweather would do that like for years with Pacquiao. Remember they would always do that.
And until
I'll fucking fight. I want to fight him anytime, but I want him also to not be Filipino and be an American white man.
It's like, wait,
And
what?
Well, you can't do that
Yeah.
though. You have to fight Pacquiao. They'd be like, well, that's fine, but I want to still be able to legally beat women and do cocaine. And I'm like, well, you can't do that. There were all these weird stipulations where you go, just fight the guy. So they never fought.
Which leads more the theory that maybe Tonkasaw can't use his legs well. It kind of leads. Doesn't that build on that theory? I don't know if that's true. By the way, I'm completely speculating here.
Well, I mean, if you recall, Native Americans were always extremely deadly on horseback. I can't imagine Tonka would be any less deadly on wheels.
That's a good point.
Than he would.
No, you're
say,
right. Yeah.
With legs. So, I guess Tonka decided to sabotage this thing quite a few times, and Andy Worski. I'll give it to Andy Worski. He did book a trip. Like he flew to Tennessee.
Right.
He did it. I mean, because. In Worski's defense too, it's just like if you or I were going to do this, and you fly to a city where you know some people, you're like, well, fuck it, we'll make content. It's Nashville, we'll do some shit. So he flew all the way here, got it. But
was it going to be like a sanctioned fight, like in a ring?
They were gonna get
Okay,
a sanctioned bout. And then I guess that was one of the reasons too. I guess Tonkasaw changed his name legally. So they're like, well, now you can't have a fight. You gotta re-sign everything. You know what I mean? There's all these weird things he kept doing.
Why would he legally change his name?
Then he claimed that he had screenshots. He was going to prove that Andy Worski and the guys were planning to do a bomb threat the day of, and he's not even going to be bothered with it. Like just all kinds of excuses. And then he went on.
Is he done with his show? Is he not doing a show anymore?
Oh, he'll always do a show. He's shameless.
Oh, he's still doing a show.
Yeah, he's got him and that the girlfriend that looks like Cosmo Wright. I'm sorry, Narcissa Wright. Mm-hmm. And I guess the fat Cuban guy isn't. He's mad at him now. Failure.
Okay.
I guess he's all alone now. Just him and his trainee girlfriend doing their little streams.
Man, who would have thought that internet blood sports wouldn't be sustainable? Oh yeah, us.
Yeah. Only the guy who grew up and watched What Happened to ECW.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So yeah, that's the end of the Tonkasaw. See, now I was going to be like, if they want to fight in Tennessee, we could drive up there. But my rig is in the streets.
Right.
My fight is outside. And then I box Tommy Gunn in the fucking street. And then the movie's over. And then a couple years later, the guy who plays Tommy Gunn gets AIDS and dies of AIDS.
Porcelain says Zoom is going to Tonka's trailer park and doing a documentary on him, interviewing Tonka's family.
Okay, is that...
For real, I heard Zoom is doing a documentary on him. That's not a joke.
Jesus Christ.
This is bad.
This has gone too far.
Yeah, this is...
I hate Zoom, but Jesus Christ. It's kind of like there is certain people that I don't like, that I don't necessarily... Either I don't like them or I don't trust them. People don't root for, but they still pop up sometimes. Like it's kind of like Magneto in the X-Men. Every once in a while, Magneto would pop up and do some really cool badass shit, and you go, "Man, that's kind of awesome." That's what it feels like. I don't like Zoom. It's kind of like Weave. Like I don't like Weave, but every once in a while, Weave will do something, and the whole world will panic, and you're like, "That's kind of awesome."
Apparently, Zoom docs Tonka's address on a stream and everything.
Yikes! Yeah, that was. Yeah, that Zoom guy is. He's the guy we played the clip of the child porn. He was talking to his girlfriend about looking at child porn.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
that
was
Zoom.
Zoom.
That whole thing. Yeah,
That's
that Discord thing.
That's Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
that whole fucking little. I've been saying it forever. That whole little thing is so gross. It's the same thing as when we criticize the QAnon people. It's this little frat house where all they hang out and have little cliques. It's so gay. I don't never understood the internet blood sports thing.
And also the funny thing is, like, even swatting, it doesn't work anymore. Like, it really doesn't. Like, even if you swat people, the cops now have had enough bad press
Right, of
They're going to
course.
try to establish contact with somebody in the house.
Yeah, of course, of
In
course.
worst case scenario, you're going to go out and talk to a bunch of SWAT vehicles with their lights off.
Right.
With the diesel engines running and waking up
Right,
the neighbors.
right.
Look, I'm sorry, it's an internet thing. It's yeah, we know the ICE. We call it. We're actually updating our standard operating procedure now. We call these the ICE Poseidon protocols.
Yeah.
The ICE Poseidon protocols is going to be added to every law enforcement handbook in the country. Look, you can't just go in now and throw a flashbang and kill people. We got to get the information first. Because you might just kill somebody live on YouTube.
Era says pizza still work. That's true. You could order a lot of pizzas to somebody's house.
Yeah, but you know how you solve that?
You eat the pizza?
That or if it's a lot of pizzas, you go, yeah, I didn't order that.
was
Clearly, that's silly for you to make that much food without verifying.
Yeah,
it's
that's on you.
Some sort of credit card owner. So
Yeah.
buy, or I would buy like a la carte. I'd be like, well, what did you bring? I'll grab the pepperoni bacon one.
Oh man, it's I don't know, man. By the way, Tonka, I don't feel bad for him at all.
No.
Because he's Mr. fucking tough guy. With us too when we were on there, he's fucking Mr. Tough guy.
Always wants to be the tough guy.
I'm
but
the
he always
tough
backs
guy.
out.
I'll fuck you up. No, you won't. You're not fucking anybody up.
And I hate people that just go to that immediately. Like, it's not even funny. Like, smash people. I mean, like, if you guys need a lesson in smashing people, watch this show. We all do a pretty good job of it. You know?
Right.
Like, I've destroyed people at night. I don't even know them. Just look at them for 5 minutes and go, I've got this. Just give me a couple minutes to write some gags.
It's just, and by the way, you're a pussy when you're backing out a fight with fucking Worski. Like, that guy, I wouldn't call him physically intimidating. You know what I mean? He's not someone that you go, oh, he's going to fuck me up.
But we've seen Tonkasaw, a.k.a. Robbie Vio. Like, we've seen him. He literally looks like a worm in cut-off jean shorts. That's what he looks like. It's like if you dressed up a Pomeranian in little jean shorts and wrestling gear.
What was his wrestling name?
Robbie, ROBIVIEO. Or VIO, sorry. Yeah. Robbie Vio.
All right.
He was a top tier wrestler, dude. MMA fighter, wrestler, tough guy. Like, this guy, bro.
This isn't him, but this is the guy he's fighting. Let's see.
Yeah, I've seen seen this match.
All right, let's see this. This is Tonka.
It's good.
This is him?
It's good.
All right.
It's a little bit. It's very good.
Over Alabama and Georgia, different parts of the South.
You know, like even for a cruiserweight, you look like a jobber. Like, you know how bad it's got to be when you don't have, like, even being really small is no excuse not to be cool in wrestling if you could carry yourself a certain way. But I would, if somebody said, right now, I haven't worked out in over a year. I've done nothing in terms of martial, like, related things. If you told me right now, Mersh, you got to go fight this guy, I would be like, no. I'm not going to fight him. Suppose you guys, well, it's for bragging rights. Okay, so you're going to flash a picture of him on a screen in a week and say, I beat this guy up? I don't want you to tell
Can
people
I fight
that.
a girl instead?
Exactly. Can I fight the GameStop tranny?
Dude.
I'd at least brag about that.
Yeah, you're right.
Be like, I took that fucker down. What? Yo, it's bragging rights. It's cool. So 105 Live is legal Latino Eats.
Danny Saint said guys like Tonka maybe want to quit wrestling.
105 Live is the fucking
105 Live.
Oh shit. But like
he's too light to even fight in the Divas division.
Oh my god. It looks like who's a guy? It looks like fucking Neville has just been using intravenous drugs for fucking 10 years.
It's ridiculous.
Southeast here, and he's been a heck of a talent for many years. Wes Crow.
So
Look at him.
dude.
Also, by the way, you want to hear another great thing, right? 'Cause-
Apparently he's fat now. Is what AG's saying.
Okay, but then he's skinny fat. But
Yeah.
he's not.
He's not
By the
muscular
way,
fat.
guys like him don't get fat. They get horribly out of shape and they get a
Right.
gut. He doesn't have the metabolism to get fat. But they're also, if you notice this, right, because this is great wrestling, classic wrestling 101 booking. is they've booked the little guy to be the heel.
Mm-hmm.
So this big guy, I guess, is the baby face because Tonka's doing all the I'm an edgy heel guy.
Right.
It's fucking so weird to me.
Not very familiar with a lot of his work.
By the way, the guy he's fighting too. Jesus Christ, another one. These are embarrassing.
Young guy, but he's definitely an up and comer.
You know what Tonkasaw
He's
looks
wearing
like?
pajama pants.
Tonkasaw looks like somebody that would sell you weed at a beach town. You know what I mean? Like
Any beach,
Key West,
anywhere
Myrtle
near,
Beach.
anywhere near the ocean.
Yeah.
You go, can you get me weed? That's what
This
shows
is the
up.
guy that shows up.
Yeah, he shows
in
up
his 1998 Camry.
Yeah, a guy like this shows up, but in a Papa John's shirt.
You're right.
Wrong?
You're right.
Dead right.
What's up? How much do you need? How much do you need?
No, it's really, it breaks up into a lot, I promise. And he's wearing like Target pajama pants.
It's embarrassing.
And he looks the part, and he looks ready to go. He's certainly a talent that you have to keep your eye on.
12 back in the chat says he's Eddie Trunk, the announcer. It really sounds like Eddie Trunk.
It does.
As a young guy.
Absolutely. I've seen a few of West Crow's matches. He's a good worker. He can really move in the ring. He's got good ring presence. As you can tell, he's obviously...
So he was going to fuck up. Because he's always tough talk guy. He's like, if I catch you in the streets, I'll fuck you up. I remember him saying that.
The announcers are great too because they're all like, it's just like NPC. It's like the wrestling announcing from like No Mercy, where they can only get like 5 phrases in there. This guy's really talented. He's really a good worker. Yeah, I've seen this guy before. He's good.
See if he can do what it takes without having
This guy looks like the only thing he eats is his own words. Bottle rifle Ramsey says. Very funny.
Ouch!
Is Tonka a high flyer?
to be too dirty. VO is a bit of a rough character. He's willing to cut corners and do whatever it takes to win, but...
Regular Ric Flair, this guy.
Yeah, this guy, yeah.
Woo!
You know, they do call him the dirtiest player in the gymnasium. That's actually what they call him. Yeah. They call him that.
The dirtiest player on the janitorial staff.
The running Yakuza right to the temple. Crow down again, and now that knee, if you notice that.
Why is he being the cop? He's tiny. Like, this whole booking is terrible.
Tonka just looks like the kind of guy you meet in a halfway house, and he's bragging about how he's going to get a job working for the city.
Oh, yeah.
I got a cousin who works as a garbage man. He said they'll let my felony slide. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, so I got my life together.
So I'm going to be making like $40K a year soon hauling trash. Pretty dope.
he's completely out of it.
But he also has like 3 teeth missing and neck tattoos. And you're
course.
like, they're not going to hire you.
Yeah,
they're not going to hire you to be a garbage man. Like every garbage man I've ever seen is a normal looking fucking blue collar guy. Hello.
Hi, good
In
morning.
your trash. I get dental. God, this job's horrible, but I have dental. Nobody has dental anymore. It's pretty dope.
Bottle Rife Ramsey goes, Tonka looks like he lives in his parents' garage and makes custom knives for a living. Custom knives.
Tonkasaw definitely looks like a guy who currently still sleeps in a bedroom that has a blacklight poster in it.
You're right. He does. Yeah.
Back into the ring, covered. 2 count.
Kick out at 2.
And by the way, this whole setting up a fight thing, it's so hack. You know, this whole, hey, let's go meet somewhere. It's so hack.
I would say it would be worth it if it was done for charity and it were bigger YouTubers. You know what I mean?
Like PewDiePie and T-Series?
Like if it was Medicare, or even Medicare and Sargon.
Fight?
That would pull numbers. I mean, it would never happen because Medicare would have to actually show his face at all in any form. But if that would actually be like, all right, you guys could raise a bunch of money and give it to charity or some shit. But yeah, it's hack to have people go, I'll fight you in a sanctioned match.
Shrooman says he lives in his grandma's trailer. He lives in a literal trailer, people are saying.
Yeah? Where's your grandma's trailer?
My grandma has a house.
It's a beautiful home.
Beautiful home. I bet Tonkasaw looks like he has the best opinions on what the best ICP album is.
He will just go on and on about fucking Riddlebox.
Yeah. Oh,
Telling you,
the
bro.
best.
You don't understand how multi-layered riddle box is. Thanks, bro. I know.
How do magnets work? LOL.
Could I get my weed now?
Yeah, thanks.
I've been here for an hour watching you play PS1. I want to get out of here.
Techno Nip goes, I'd pay to see Royce fight Bunty. How much? Does he get to use street shit? Because that sounds fair. That's performance enhancing.
But afterwards, if Royce wins, he gets to fuck Bunty's girlfriend, and then Bunty has to beg for her back.
Oh, that'd be great. Another one of those? I'd love that.
Yeah, that old gag.
Yeah, that's great.
Why are we? It's been a while. I think since we've just been mean to YouTubers.
Yeah, no, we have.
We've
We've been focused a lot on Owen and actually other stuff. So it has been a while.
We'll
This
do
is
this.
nice.
We'll do this today, and then watch all the comments will be all you guys ever talk about is other YouTubers.
I know, and we never do.
Yeah. Excuse me, March 2018. You're like, Jesus.
Wow, you know more
Really
about my show than I do.
Right? That's what happens now. These people that supposedly hate us can quote things, and I'm like, did I say that?
Maybe.
I
don't remember.
I'll give you that. I probably did say
Yeah,
that,
it
but
sounds
you
like
seem
something I did.
way wound up in it for somebody whose content is terrible.
$20 says Tonka's entrance music is Enter Sandman. Boom, boom, banana, da boom, boom, banana.
Steals his whole entrance, move for move. Like I know I've seen this before.
Oh fuck! I'd pay for Mersh to fight Jovi. Double if you give Jovi HBKI.
I begged him to put hands on me next time we run.
I know. I saw that.
So,
it was great.
It's not
It
even
was great.
It's again. It's one of those things where you're gonna go. You didn't do nothing. I love that these guys do the same excuse all the time. Well, you didn't do nothing, and like these guys wanted us to flip a table and punch somebody, in
And
the
we did
face
it.
at the More After Party because they want to frame a narrative that we're these crazy, unpredictable. We can't be allowed in anywhere because we're violent animals. So we're not going to give people that satisfaction. But the same people who talk about how tough we're not. We're right there. I had to tell fucking Maurice Delk last night. I'm like, dude, you were trying to be a tough guy doing the fake charge at me move while nobody was holding you back. I was like, nigga, I was eating popcorn.
That's true.
Staring you in your face.
Actually, he was not saying that metaphorically. He was literally eating popcorn.
Yeah, there was popcorn that kept giving out at the bar. And they were like, "I'll fuck you up." And I'm just sitting there going, "Come on." And I was just eating popcorn. Like, "Come on." Oh, yeah, come on. I was so terrified. It's so funny. We broke that video down so many times and people are like, "You are a fucking cunt, dude. All of your body language is cunty." I'm like, I know. But I've been an expert for years at getting people to hit me first because then I can do whatever I want to them. Like, I don't know, smash a bottle in their face. Make them relive some sort of past traumas. Just saying. I love when I get people to touch me first. So yeah, I'm very good at just even doing things with my shoulders that make you just go, I'm gonna hit this guy. I'm good. Even if I can't get past the big, I'm gonna hit that one guy there.
As first goes, who eats popcorn at a bar? I don't know. They had free popcorn. Like
Yeah, they were giving out
they were
free
just giving out
popcorn.
popcorn.
And I didn't even realize I was eating it until we watched the tape back. I'm like, I must have just been high. And I'm like, oh, we're fighting or not.
Yeah.
I had to be high because I have diverticulitis. It runs in my family, and I'm not supposed to eat popcorn. And I only do when I'm stoned, and you put popcorn.
And then you
in front
have
of
to
me.
eat it, yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Someone goes, I'll pay Mersh to fight that Ken Fresno guy.
Oh, he's the worst.
I have an idea. Tag team match, Revenge of the Sis Boys versus Ben Shapiro and Dave Rubin.
But they would never. They're I don't know. Besides, it's not a hate crime. It's a Jew and a gay guy.
A gay guy, yeah, you're right. So yeah, I mean,
I think you guys should leave Patreon.
yeah, we get it. Nice to start your own little thing. That way, you guys get and Ruben and Peterson get 100% of the money instead of none of it.
It's just so funny though that they don't have a platform set up yet.
That's the weird part, right?
Because they do have it quietly set up already.
You think it's ready
Yeah,
to go?
they waited 2 weeks, which means they've been signing paperwork and forming S corps. I know how this works, but they can't form the company and then go, we're leaving Patreon. That's bad optics. They know that. So they're doing this big show of force. Me and this queer guy are going to leave the platform. And you're like, all right, then leave. Oh, you're so brave for leaving. And then in a few weeks, they're going to go, now we've got a platform. Fuck Patreon. And guess what? We'll come over to your thing once we're kicked off Patreon. But fuck you. We'll sign up for your thing and Patreon because who cares, right?
Yeah, of
do
course.
that?
Yeah, of course you can.
Just sign up for all of them. Like I'm not all these people that are like, I'm leaving Patreon, dude. We don't make any money on this show. You think we're gonna give up the fucking $480 a month we make? Kidding me? Imagine if like Come Town was like, we're leaving. Solidarity with Dave Rubin. Fuck you and your 40 grand.
Filipino says, "Can we have Rex Larute, which is him, fight ROTC enemies?" That's a thing though. If we do, are we allowed to tag people in? Because I would just get like Filipino Shay.
Oh, you're talking about like if you do a trial by combat, you're
Right,
allowed
correct.
to choose your champion.
Right? You could, I would choose a champion, right?
Yeah, I'd put Filipino Shay over these.
Oh, of course.
Because even if he wasn't all shredded and crazy gun guy and all that stuff, he's also, I don't know if you've ever seen like even a skinny Filipino. Like they'll gnaw through metal fences. They'll lift entire trucks. Like they really are the Mexicans of Asia.
And they don't know karate.
So-
I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know. They think they do, or Muay Thai, or one of those things.
I'm assuming that if they try to work out, they're probably even worse.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I just, I don't know why I just chew through metal fence. I just described goats. They'll kick you in the face when you're not looking. They chew through. They eat fucking cans and shit. What?
They faint if you scare them. Wait, Mike, you're thinking of goats. You're not thinking of Filipinos. You're
If
thinking
you
of
turn the
goats.
lights on, they fucking scatter everywhere.
Now you're thinking of black people. Look, there's all different. You're
That's
mixing them up.
helicopter when a helicopter light.
Love you, Kevin. All right.
Oh, he's Filipino? Dude, I'm sorry, man.
I believe you know. By the way, someone says ROTC versus Megalo show. Fine, but I get to fuck up Megan.
And I get to fuck Megan.
And Carlos has to watch. Did you see?
They just look like the kind of couple that has herpes. You know what I mean, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right. And it doesn't matter because they both had it going into the relationship.
So they just both suspect that they got over on the other one.
Yeah, and they don't know who it Did you
Florida couple?
Another way I'm bothering a while.
Why are we being so mean
Did you see? By the way, Mike,
I prefer these shows. By the way, I just want everybody to go on record. I hate shows with prep. I hate stories and I hate videos. I like sitting for 2 hours and just shitting on people I don't like. This is what I like to do.
Oh, then you're gonna love this. Okay.
Mike. This is the live remotiest looking remote I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Like if I were filming a sketch about live remotes, I couldn't make it look as good as this.
All right, so let me give you a quick background.
Folks, don't forget we got Royce Lopez down there 11 to 1. He's going to be handing out t-shirts, frying up some burgers there on the Rock 105 grill.
Okay.
Be sure to come down, get a burger, and maybe you'll win tickets to see Story of the Year coming.
First off, it's Real Radio 104.1. I'll have you know, my friend. And secondly, Mike, you used to have to do these when you did FM. You used to love doing live remotes, right? That was your favorite thing?
Yeah. That's why I brought up Story of the Year. I know this is really hot girl April blew me for Story of the Year tickets. Imagine, well, I didn't say her last name.
Okay.
Imagine it's 2019 now, and you look back on having to suck a guy like me's dick, and you think about the band and the tickets it was for. Like it wasn't even for like, a cool band.
Switchfoot?
At the time, Story of the Year was hot, but you imagine you look back and you're like, I sucked his dick for Story of the Year tickets. That's like sucking somebody's dick for tickets to see the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh. All right. So they're at a live remote, right? It's a chili cook-off, the 2019 Orlando Crime Line Chili Cook-Off. Get ready. Put your cringe hats on, folks. The Monsters in the Morning are about to have some chili.
I'm Russ Rollins with the Monsters in the Morning on Real Radio 104.1.
By the way, can I say radio professional, holding one directional mic, and it's not even by his mouth, it's down by his chin.
Hey, leave Rusty Bogan alone, okay? I'm trying.
Right, I'm here to chili cook-off, right?
Make sure to go to Sanders Ford for your. Make sure to get your clear coat.
I'll have you know that their sponsors Bill Ray Nissan.
You know what it is? When I worked in radio in North Carolina, it was Sanders was like the big car group. And my brain 10 years, 12 years later still goes to Sanders. I spent so many rainy Saturday afternoons in the parking lot of Sanders Ford selling weed out of the van.
All right. Monsters in the morning.
Look at I love the fake smiles. Like as soon as he goes, "Hi guys, it's the Monsters More," everybody kicks in. We're having fun. We're shoving buddies.
They got Daytona Stripper there. They got Carlos Blackbean Navarro, the King of Denmark on the right, the sloth-looking motherfucker, and the guy on the left is their sports guy.
The King of Denmark looks like the only one I'd ever be caught with in public, like having a beer.
Yeah, he's still crazy.
Monsters Morning on Real Radio 104.1. That's Angel of Boom, Angel Rivera. Savannah, the Gator Entertainer. Mr. Motivation, Carlos Navarro.
Mr. Motivation, Carlos Navarro. He's Mr. Motivation now.
Is he reinventing himself?
Yeah, he is. Now he's not.
Does he think he's The Rock? Because you notice he shaved his head. He's all about this rise and grind Instagram
He gets up at
posts.
4 a.m. and works out like The Rock does.
He thinks he's The Rock.
He does. He absolutely does.
This nigga ain't even just incredible.
No, he's not even Tonkasaw.
Mr. Motivation, Carlos Navarro. And the King of Denmark, Ryan Holmes.
Yeah.
I still don't get that. Is that his bit?
Yeah. Okay. So,
But that's it. All right. So he does a bit with a voice.
yes, and the voice doesn't even sound like a Denmark accent. It's just talking like this. I'm the King of Denmark. That for real. It's every day, and it's his bit.
But he does it. Does he always talk like that? He never breaks character?
No, he does break character. It's like a segment he does.
But then why is his nickname also the character?
because
And so that's his what? But that what I'm saying is that just reinforces that you've got one bit.
oh yeah, no, that's all he does.
It's like hamburger, shucky ducky.
So every year he's the comic. Every year apparently they have the Monsters Last Comic Standing thing, and whoever wins that becomes the third mic on their show every year. And he won last year, but this year they're not having a Last Comic Standing, and I'm figuring out why. He's the one who came in and set up their whole YouTube, and he runs their YouTube now live on the show. So they're not gonna fire the guy who's doing the free YouTube work for them, and that's why he's on the show. That's why he's on.
Do they pay him?
Oh, he gets paid, like, not a lot, but
But he gets paid like a shitty fifth mic on a
Correct.
local one market radio show.
Correct. By the
and
way-
he does all this YouTube shit for free?
Yes.
Wait, do you think he monetizes it and keeps the...
I know he monetizes it because their super chats for it are on.
So he keeps that probably.
This I'm gonna guess, because I'm gonna tell you
Do
something.
we have a scoop?
I don't know if
Do
it's
we
true.
have a scoop?
I think all I know is he monetizes it, right? And here's the other thing: Russ is stupid. Russ is actual typical boomer.
I think you're being a little out of line.
All right, well, then I will say something in line. His wife accused him in 2012, his ex-wife accused him of beating her and choking her, and that's why he's currently paying $8,000 a month in alimony to
To
her.
be fair, he's an Orlando radio jock. I think it's actually state law. You're required to abuse your wife.
Oh, yes, that's
very
that
public.
very famous Bubba the Love Sponge Act.
Yeah.
That's actually, you're right. I've read about that. You have
I
to.
was going to actually make the similar joke, but I was going to call it the Shannon Burke Amendment. Prop 11, the Shannon Burke Amendment, where we make it a legal requirement to shoot at your wife when you're a morning radio hack.
All right, so
Real radio.
and by the way, man, first off, they were a few years ago they were syndicated, and now they're just only one market again. But most of FM now, and it's not just them, but most of FM now is just live reads and commercials. Like in an hour,
They don't
you
wanna
get
take
maybe
any
10
risks.
minutes of show.
Yeah, they're like, don't go off the reservation.
No, they don't.
Because even if you make one silly joke, we're going to be on fucking MSNBC tomorrow because you fucking offended Native Americans. Just read the Miller Lite read.
Yeah,
Go to, fucking,
or
go to Smashing Pumpkins.
there's
read
this
Miller Lite.
Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks.
They love that Twin Peaks.
They fucking love it. Anyway, live remote. This is very natural. Okay, you're gonna feel very like camaraderie. Like these are normal guys you come up to and talk to.
Denmark, Ryan Holmes.
Chili cook-off. This is so
It
depressing.
is, dude. It is the most depressing thing.
Dude, I got into radio in 2005 or 6. Right as it was starting to, like, you know what I mean? That's when it started getting a lot of PC. But I got to look at, like, strip clubs and radio are the two businesses I got to enter in and just look at a taste of what the past glory was like.
Right.
But we were starting to transition into corporate chili cook-off content, and you're just like, that's not why
No,
that's not why I
this
wanted to
is-
do this.
Is cringe.
Hey, Ryan,
Oh yeah, they have their own mascot.
we're giving the judges Cheez-Its beforehand to get it in their head. Subliminal.
Subliminal.
That or no, what happened was, Russ, is that you guys needed to come up with a gimmick there, and you needed some filler, and your promotion budget. I'm gonna guess you don't even have a promotion. No, I'm gonna be honest. I've been in
His
these.
wife made the chili.
I have been in these meetings where you beg for money, and not a lot of money, dude. I'm talking about a few bucks to do a thing, and they go, "This is not in the budget," and you go, "Well, how do we not have a promotions budget? We're a marketing company."
Yeah, you're right. So he's out there. He's they're at a chili cook-off. They made their own chili. His wife made the chili. His current wife made the chili. And if you've ever at a chili cook-off, everyone gives you a little bit of taste, and at the end you vote. You vote for what the best chili is.
I can't even say the word. Beer, bacon, Irish chili. We go round it up.
God, even that fucking that logo. I had that shirt years ago. It's that same logo that we had at 99X.
And by the way, he says his chili has bacon in it. I love bacon, but you don't put bacon in chili. It gets soggy, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of bacon and chili. I wouldn't mind, like, if you had, let's say, a huge pot of chili and you added just a little bit of bacon to it for flavor.
For flavor, yeah.
I'd be okay with it. But yeah, chunks of wet, soggy bacon is not good in chili. No. Imagine, no. I'm sad right now. Like, imagine it's Saturday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
You got up and chose to go gas up your car, go pay for parking, and go to a chili cook-off. And now it's very Saturday. You could have been at home playing video games, smoking a little weed, but instead you're standing online at the Monsters in the Morning chili fucking tent carport.
Hey, what'd you do this weekend?
Like, honestly, if this was my weekend and you went, what'd you do this weekend? I'd rather say that I raped a child. I would rather cop to that. Where were you Saturday? I abducted a child from a local park and I fucked it to death. I'm not going to ever let them know I was at that goddamn embarrassing chili.
By the way, look at this killer's row. Look at these people. There's a guy.
Nice overalls, dick.
And there's fat. And there's Fat Slash in the back. And then fucking this lady is absolutely progeria face over here.
Jesus Christ.
This is embarrassing.
Look at this fucking wow. look at the guy. Oh wait, did you point out cowboy hat guy with the vest?
No.
In the black, all black in the back. He's got the fucking fake Sam Crow vest, cowboy hat.
Oh yeah, I call them Fat Slash.
He's got a biker thing on.
Joe Kumi is there.
There's a guy behind the coveralls guy, the overalls guy, above his shoulder that looks like he's there on behalf of the Lawyers Guild. I'm here on behalf of the National Lawyers Guild to make sure our Antifa brothers. This is a chili cook-off, sir.
This looks exactly what FM radio listeners look like now. This encapsulates them.
Excited to be on camera. Hey, we're on the camera. Fucking hell.
So, wow, these are just all winners. By the way, this is Russ's current wife. That's Russ's current wife right now with the Pink Floyd sweater.
Well, he could have had a better wife, but he's got to pay the old one a lot of money.
$8,000 a month. But he got to keep his boat.
Oh, shit, dude. That's depressing, man.
He got to keep his boat.
Make sure you vote for your favorite chili.
Notice nobody's around there. It's empty. There's nobody. Look.
Chili.
By the way, you know why the line looks so long? They weren't waiting to meet the monsters or eat Monsters chili. They were the first booth, and then you go down the line and you taste all the chili. So even all those people there weren't there just for them. Because no, you go in a line, yeah.
Fuckers.
And then they opened it up, but they made it look like everybody was waiting for the matches in the By the way, this is the generic rock music that comes with GarageBand.
I feel like I'm watching. You know what it is? Too? Like the bar is so low now for like with reality TV and stuff. Though,
right?
They just patch these shows together with royalty-free garbage.
You're right.
Throw them out.
She's cute.
Ooh, go back.
Yeah, she was. Hold on.
Go back. Who's home
30, 29 here. Let's see. Hey.
Yeah.
What's up? She's not a monster. Primetime Kitchen.
Primetime Kitchen.
Primetime Kitchen.
She's fucking the owner.
All right, yeah.
She's fucking the owner.
You think so? Maybe she's the daughter, though.
No, if she's doing the booth thing and all that,
You think she's fucking
probably
the owner?
fucking the owner. Yeah, these guys don't. Yeah, it could be the daughter. Oh, imagine it's the daughter. I want to get in on the restaurant empire. Watch, she's probably like fucking 16, and I'm just being a creep.
Damn, she's definitely not.
Dude, you never know now.
All right, you're right,
nowadays,
you're right.
I just want to card everybody before
right.
before I even speak to them platonically on a normal. Like if somebody goes, "Hi, sir, I'm sorry, do you have the time?" I'm like, "Let me see your ID first." Fucking thought. Okay, you're 22. It's actually, it's 4:42. You're good.
So he has plastic gloves on, obviously, because
What's the jar that the mascot's holding? Are they collecting money?
no. Well, I think probably, but if they are collecting it, it's probably for a charity. I'm sure it's for a charity. I wonder how much gets into the charity, Mike. What do you think?
I wonder how much gets to the charity, and then how much goes to Mr. Motivation's motivation. Mm-hmm. His nose clams. Standing on that line and getting a Dixie cup full of chili. I'd be like, "Hey, you fuck. Give me a regular, like
Give me a
cup,
bowl.
a cup, but like a cup of chili.
So I can enjoy
a
it.
soup cup.
Yep.
Not a Dixie cup.
Now, he's wearing rubber gloves because he's handing out food, and he's also shaking people's hands. So the whole point, if you've ever, and I know you know, Mike, because you had the restaurant kitchens in places
I
you
was
worked.
certified.
Yeah, so was I.
Serve Safe certified.
Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to wear gloves and shake people's hands and then serve food, you fucking idiot.
You know why it's funny, too? Because I was never in our kitchen. I ran like a huge place, and I was never in the kitchen because I was the GM. The thing is in Florida is if you have that and you're the GM, no matter how bad your score is, they add a couple points at the end because you're Serve Safe certified. So if we got just below the health requirements, usually my 5 points would add, and it would be like, okay, you're 71. Congratulations. That's the only reason they made me do it. I was never in the kitchen. I was the GM. The only time I was ever in the kitchen is when I went in there and I was like, hey, you make me a steak and bring it to the office? You're a gem. Thank you.
Somebody says the mascot is taller than Carl's, though.
Why do they have such a... Like, I got to be honest with you, right? Because you're trying to be corporate safe shit radio.
Yes.
Why do they have such an uncomfortably ugly mascot? Like, I'm not... look, I'm not...
The budget.
Not just because of the budget. I mean, because of the design of the
the devil?
mascot. It's like, look.
Oh, it's a monster because monsters in the morning.
I get it, but it's off-putting. Like I'm not being Tasha Rose here, and I'm not very like sensitive to a devil-looking mascot. But,
right.
I just like it's off-putting. Like who made that and went? We'll go out with this demon thing everywhere. That'll get the kids on our stand. It's not a fucking like I'd rather literally have a pink bunny going around. That's what we need. You know what we need as a mascot? I figured it out. I know what we need as a mascot.
Okay.
It'll blow us up too. Like we'll get a girl who's like 24 but like looks like she's 16, and we do like a total lolly hentai anime girl, and she just walks around and just like, oh, Revenge of the Sisan. Yeah, and everybody like that would be just as disturbing, but everybody would be like, I have a really weird erection right now.
This was the original mascot, but they couldn't get the budget for it.
That would have been great though.
I'm not a state. I'm a monster. Sorry, a chili cook-off.
That's right home from here.
Tiny thing of chili.
Everything about this is embarrassing.
Off-putting and annoying. I'm getting annoyed.
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Oh, nice. Going on, I'm here with Jake. Jake is collecting the donation.
And how does this
People's Choice cash donations. Wait, what?
work? How does this work?
Donations for whoa. Donations for what? People's Choice cash donations. That doesn't sound like an organization, right?
I'm here with Jake. Jake is collecting the donation for the People's Choice Chili.
Oh no, that's not it.
Oh, he's collecting the donations for People's Choice. Okay, so they're collecting the donations, and then whoever wins the People's Choice keeps the money. I think this is the grand prize.
Oh, so it's an illegal lottery raffle type.
Right,
situation.
so this is
Okay,
what
cool.
it is. Gee, Mike, who do you think's going to win the People's Choice's chili when you're a radio show? I mean, we'll see.
One of the sales guys' cousins, or if it were me back in the day when I was on WSFL, when I was on 99X, it was weird. My weed guy always kept winning and stuff.
Oh, that's odd. How did that happen?
It was such a weird thing. And like, you can't have the same person. So then it was like my weed guy's roommate. Then it was like my weed guy's girlfriend. It was like a very lucky household that they lived in. And I'd go, yeah, man, come on up, get your prize. And then they would come up with a bag of weed. And I'd be like, thanks, man, here's your prize.
We'll get the judges lined up right now.
By the way, you know who I feel bad for? The poor intern that had to go there on Saturday, not get paid, and be inside that devil suit.
Well, that's what I was getting at. Is I don't understand how the pay system works for a live remote like this, because back in my day, we got like $150 talent fee to go do a live remote, and it was like for 2 hours, and it was always awesome. And it was a way to basically, because they didn't pay a shit to work at the station, it was a way to get the client to pay the talent fee,
Right.
and it was a way to incentivize our jobs and go, you'll get good live remotes if you're good. So that was how we made our money, was live remotes. But I've never been to a live remote where they had like I've been to a couple where it was like $100 for 2 each, you know what I mean? And like stuff, but I don't know how it works with 5 people. Because I got to figure it by now. I know Russ easily probably gets $250, $300 to go to these dumb things.
I'm sure, yeah.
But then, like, how does because you know a place isn't going to pay a $200 talent fee for everybody.
Right.
You go, well, I'll just get Russ and I'll get the piggy blonde with the fat tits and the bad tats. I don't need the rest of you. Or I'll get the big, I'll get the fucking spick who looks like El Gigante.
Oh, yeah, the sports guy.
Who looks
Angel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Looks like Giant Gonzalez. Whatever. You get that guy and Russ. I don't need these other losers. So are some of them just coming in for like $50? Or that's got to be bad. That's depressing.
Cool Russ in the chat. No, because there's a Russ who listens to us, and I call him Cool Russ. This is a felonious chili cook-off.
We'll get the judges lined up right now.
Oh, it's only 2 alarm, 3 alarm at best. Are we going to jail, Daddy? I don't know.
Son.
Jack, how we doing so far?
iHeartRadio guy. So that was
Elaine, how you holding up? Not too shabby.
Wait, I got go back. Who is the C-Linger? Because he looks like, you know what he looks like? He looks like a local comedian, right?
Well, we could find out.
That's what I'm looking at right
it's
now.
here,
Not too shabby.
It's at.
C-Lane 86. I got it.
Okay, what does it say?
Wait, Claude, this is a girl.
Hold on. No, you're the wrong. Hold on, I'll back it up. Let's see.
Elaine, how you holding up?
C-Lane 86. No, that's a guy.
Maybe it's Instagram because, you know, all the cool kids are on the
right,
gram.
right.
They call it the gram, Royce.
Who calls it that, Mike?
I want to say the word, but we've been bad lately.
Okay, be good.
The N word though is what I was going to.
Okay, that makes sense.
With the
The
hard
nincompoops.
R. Is this him on Instagram? Yeah, here he is.
What is he?
I'm looking and
guy?
I don't know. He's like, again, if you're a guy on Instagram a lot, you should have some kind of you should be some kind of thing. So I'm looking. The News Junkie. He was pictures.
Oh, the News Junkie. The News Junkie is another show on Rio Radio 104.1. I'm
But
pretty
I don't
sure.
know if that's just him as a guest on the news. I'm investigating. You can keep playing.
Okay.
I'm investigating it because this guy just looks like a local one market schlub.
Not too shabby.
By the way, this Sabrina This is another one. By the way, nice nose there, fucking Sabrina. This is Sabrina. She's the one every radio station has, a girl who has a cute voice, but she's disgusting. I guarantee you that's who Sabrina Ambra is. Oh, it's the Black Bean! To the top, Carlos!
Well, I can't see his Twitter.
No, did he block you?
Yeah.
Why?
He's blocked a lot of us.
What happened?
People have been less than nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah, wow. This Sabrina Amber bitch. She looks like, you know who she looks like? She looks like Communism Kills. You know that girl, Ashley Goldenberg? That's what she looks like. Looks like fucking Communism Kills.
By the way, fucking Black Bean wearing his gold rope chain. Ew. Oh, boy. By the way, he's going to do an impression now because that's all he knows how to do. Every time you see Carlos
Wait, he knows how to
camera,
do impressions?
Watch. Oh, yeah. Oh, you haven't seen his... Yes, he
No,
does.
no. I've seen him try to do impressions. You're implying that he knows how to do them.
Well, let's see.
Oh, yeah. She loves Ricardo. She loves Savannah. She loves Rossi.
Who was that?
The Hispanic guy, bro. I'm a Hispanic guy, bro.
He sounded more Persian.
Bro, I'm a Hispanic guy, dude.
You look like I'm a Hispanic guy. Okay? My friend? Hey, okay, fucking guy. I am Hispanic, no? Using all kinds of Middle Eastern, like, what?
Dude.
That's not how Hispanic guys sound.
He looks just like The Rock.
He actually is just like when Fred Armisen and Horatio Sands do
play the Cuban guys. It's great. Whoa, hey, young Fez Watley. Young Fez Watley's there.
I thought Gavin McGinnis was there.
Oh, no. And then the black cop from Reno, 911's there, too. That's great. Star-studded.
Hey, guys, Gavin McGinnis here. Come try some of my totally not racist, please stop harassing me and my family chili. It's really good.
Mike, that's very wordy for a chili.
I'm not a Proud Boy anymore. Please.
And then Anthony walks up. I'll try some. Not you.
Not you. Get out of here.
Leave. Don't stand next to me.
I can't be associated with the likes of you, Mr. Cumia.
Please leave.
So what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I'm not a Nazi. Fuck.
Everyone to her. This is our second round. Well, then Kaufman and Lynn chili booth. They are big fans of their own chili.
They're big fans of their own semen is what it looks like.
This is Kevin's world famous.
You think this guy's gay on the left? I can't tell. You know what sucks, though? I have the same exact leather necklace.
They actually look like an aging 2007 MySpace band.
They do.
Like one kept true to the scene, and the other guys have actually become
jobs.
adults.
Yeah, got jobs.
No. Like, imagine if a band, like one of those bands that still actually makes its money as a band, but there's always the two members that just start wearing like North Face fleeces and stuff because they're regular. Like they had kids, and now they like take their kids to school, but also have to make a new record. That's what it looked like. The one guy is still talking to 14-year-old girls on fucking Facebook,
Yep.
and the other two are like, yeah, I just play bass in a band and I make good money, but I don't.
I can't.
Think about music when I go home.
Yeah, no, it's you let this infect your life, man.
You look like that aging. Oh God! Why does that one guy look like Bob Odenkirk?
Because that's Bob Odenkirk.
And it's ridiculous.
I really thought it was for a second.
But it's good. Monster Chili Tent, still going strong. We got 30 gallons of chili. You guys entertain us every morning. We moved out to New Smyrna like 4 years ago.
Oh wait, never mind. You're not Lex and Terry.
Lex and Terry.
Are they still around?
I don't know.
That was a good
It was
reference.
very
That
good.
was very funny.
You guys entertain us every morning. We moved out to New Smyrna like 4 years ago, so I drive 160 miles a day to work.
You drive 160 miles a day to work?
That's really stupid.
Sir!
It's a really inefficient system.
Sir, why didn't you wait until you were retired to move to New Smyrna?
Retardedly inefficient system.
160 miles?
I got a great deal on a house up there in Newport Richards. Now I drive about 200 miles a day to work.
Cool. How much are you spending on gas?
Well, I got me one of them, the fuel-efficient vehicles now. I get about 40 miles. The way I see it, President Trump's going to make gas free soon anyway. I heard that on a QAnon post.
It's 160 miles total. That's still ridiculous.
Every morning. It's awesome.
Thank you. This is Ryan Holmes, our new guy. Bacon and beer. You cannot.
That was code for go bother the new guy.
Exactly.
That was code for, hey, this kid, go talk to him.
Yeah, leave me
'cause
alone.
I'm,
Don't touch me.
There's nothing funnier than watching the guy that knows he's peaked and plateaued in life.
Yep.
and now he just has to do these live remotes. Like, I mean, do you understand that Russ lives in a fucking prison of his own design?
Oh, of course. He did it to himself, though. Yeah. All right. Oh, look, man, just two dudes hanging out.
Totally heterosexual.
Yeah, they're not gay. They're totally straight.
Fun.
Look at Kristen Dumpmouth over here, too.
Look at how bored everybody
Snaggletooth bitch.
But look how bored everyone is. Like, there's people behind them looking at them like,
what are you doing?
Trying to make this look exciting for their dumb show.
It's not exciting. And Carlos must have been miserable because, remember, Carlos doesn't drink anymore. So he's at this chili cook-off, and he's not even drinking.
Everyone, even people on the clock are drinking at these things.
Exactly, because you're allowed. Of course, you're allowed to.
I had a couple beers. Like, there are certain things in radio where as long as you don't get fucking hammered and miss a break, they don't care. You know? We've done, dude, in North Carolina, we were doing live remotes at strip clubs, and I mean fucking piles of cocaine and booze. And I mean barely coherent. And we'd have, like, this girl, Sky, rest in peace, she died. But, like, Sky would just go out and be like, that's right, guys, 99X, man. The rock train is here at the Cave Gentlemen's Club in Jacksonville. Click, I phone it in, go right back in. I miss Sky. I miss her titties.
We need to see who won the People's Choice Award because they get all the donation money, whichever person did it. So let's see. By the way, this guy's a local news guy that they got. Is it Channel 6 or whatever? Hey, Mike, remember all the donations they were taking? Look who won People's Choice Award.
But how about Larry Allen?
Monsters won the People's Choice Award. So all that money they were putting in that donation thing is their money now. Because that's what it was for.
This is a scam.
I know. Because everybody knows, number one, that all the radio people are going to vote for them, obviously, because they've been saying, vote for this. So now all the money that people were giving, they've just won it.
I made all the chili. She just cut a couple things up. I did nothing. My wife did everything.
I took all of your money. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. And it had beer, bacon, and love.
That's the Bill Ray Nissan guy, by the way. That's the guy that pays for everything. All right. God, every once in a while, isn't it just fun?
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, it's
to relax.
All the prep shows are like, it's just news. I feel like I'm fucking doing Ben Shapiro's dumb show, and he's just hammering me with things.
Okay, yeah, that's a fact currency. Okay, all right.
I'm back to having like a little more of a clear point of view about things. We don't have any fucking say in how this is going to go. Like globally or culturally. So who gives a shit? I'm done. I've told people I like in the last week that are too political to just stay out of my life now. Just go away. I'm like, I'm going back to just cheerful nihilism. There's just no point, dude. Fucking burnt out. You know what fucking George Carlin stopped having heart attacks? We stopped giving a fuck about all that political shit.
That's a good point.
Stopped having heart attacks. I don't want to start having them.
All right, we have to go to break. If you need VPN service, of course, go to revengeofthesys.com/XPN.
He said VPN. It's like virtual pussy network.
Are you auditioning to be the new third mic for Monsters?
Hey, buddy, look, we don't do blue in the studio, right? No pussies.
How about virtual poopy network? That's better. I'll write for you.
This is a family show, okay? We go to chili cook-offs and grift locals out of their money.
They really... God, they're carnies! You're right, they're fucking carnies!
We call that the old Jim Norton approach. We call that the old flexible funding move.
Flexible funding.
Sorry, Pro XPN. You guys are really good eggs.
Yeah, but they haven't complained yet. Revenge of the
because nobody watches us.
Yeah, I know. Good point. RevengeOfTheSys.com/XPN. That'll get you Pro XPN, and we get a piece of it. You get protected. It helps us out. Of course, the best way to help us out is Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. We figure now that Dave Rubin and Peterson left, all that money is going to come our way.
Yeah, that's how it should work, right?
Yeah, just to trickle down to us.
Instead of just all of the people that were on it just for those two leaving.
Just leave, yeah. Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, you two. You really are helping everyone.
Streamlabs.com/Revenge of the Sys, and also go to revengeofthesys.com/donate. If you want to buy something from Amazon, click our click-through banner, and we get a piece of that, of this. without you costing you anything, and you still got all your Amazon stuff, and they think we introduce you to Amazon. Isn't it crazy?
Jordan Peterson's a fucking wizard, dude.
Yeah, I know.
He's using wizardry to get people to stop giving me money on Patreon.
Oh, and your curtain's on fire.
Owen still has a Patreon, by the way.
I know he does. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Revenge of the Sis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk low. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
Comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish Nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chants.
And Mr. Chinaman saying his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching, a chong, a ching, a chong, choo.
Hugh Stinky Frenchman.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, again, I don't approve.
And many more.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. One more day till Friday. So stick with it. We're almost there, folks. By the way, that'll be one of the last jokes you hear on Family Guy that are gay. The new producers are saying that they will no longer be doing gay jokes on Family Guy. They'll be no longer doing gay jokes.
So Amy Benjamin wanted to know why we don't do the text-to-speech on RTC. I had to tell her because the show would be terrible.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
Text-to-speech.
It wouldn't be good. Yeah, we don't.
I've honestly been trying to figure out a schedule for Nightwave where we could still do that, but have like a night where I don't do it, because I fucking lost my shit the other night because I was doing bits.
Right.
And I was being kind of a hack, but to be fair, they were kind of funny bits because we hit the monetization. So I finally got the little money signs, and I'm not making a lot of money. So that the whole point of the joke was, Nightwave was going corporate, going Hollywood. So I kept doing fake live reads. So every time I was doing a funny fake live read, one of these people would donate like $2 in super chat, and it would interrupt the bit.
That sucks.
And it would say like, "Hey, let's go raid some people." And I was like, and I ended up, I just melted down the other night because I'm like, I've actually, we don't always. Royce and I'll do some night waves or some day waves that are dope. There's other times where we come in with nothing and it works out great.
Yes.
Then there's some shows that are kind of weak sauce, but it's not often when I actually like had bits before the show that I was coming up. I was like, shit, I'm going to do bits. And it's just like, bleep, bleep, bleep. Let's go raid people. Yeah, let's just stop everything I was doing. So, yeah, that's why we don't have it on this show. Because we can deal with it on our solo shows. But this show would be fucking terrible if every 2 seconds somebody was like, blink, blink, blink. Jews did 9/11. Thank you. Thank you. Because we were doing a thing about monsters in the... I guarantee you, in the middle of the fucking Russ cooking chili thing, somebody would have been like, "Well, I bet the chili is made out of Jews." You know what I mean? So the reason we don't do text-to-speech on RTC is because we are resoundingly funnier than most of the people in our Discord. Some of the people have left our Discord.
Why?
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, of course.
We have... we don't usually get into this kind of stuff. I like opening up with the audience, but there was a little bit of an insurgency. There was a bit of an exodus on our Discord server.
Why?
A couple of the Danger Zone fellas don't care for us.
Okay, so Danger Zone. I've never seen this Danger Zone podcast. So they're a show, or Kenny Loggins song.
I think both.
Okay.
I don't think they're involved with the original Kenny Loggins song.
Okay.
But
then I really don't. I mean, I don't care for them. Then that's a good song.
Yeah, it really is. It's probably I've never heard the podcast, but I'm sure the song is light years better than the podcast. I mean, no offense to the podcast.
It's Top Gun.
It is
in Top Gun.
It's the theme to Top Gun.
Yeah.
So
like who are these guys?
Tom Cruise riding a motorcycle, the jets flying. Whoa! Yeah. You're not going to be there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
If the name of that song was Revenge of the Sis, we'd be eating dicks right now.
Yeah, we'd be the second best Revenge of the Sis.
We'd be eating a pile of giant dicks, poison dicks. So I guess it was expressed by some of them that we're too pro cop.
What?
Because as you guys know, on this show,
we're too pro-cop.
We are two of the most cop, dick-sucking, statist dudes. We always, right? Don't we always take the cop side?
Mike,
remember Philando Castile? And we were like, man, that fucker had it coming, man.
2 months ago, we played Grady Judd's podcast and ripped him apart.
Yeah, that's true.
Sheriff Grady Judd of our town.
Of our
county. Of our county. What are you talking about?
We trashed our sheriff's podcast on this show. And he's the kind of sheriff that will find a way to imprison you over a broken taillight.
It's
He
true.
would do it.
That's what he does.
But yeah, we're too pro-cop. We lost one or two other listeners that said that you're cool. You're fine.
Okay, I like him then.
You didn't even hear what...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, actually, I still don't. I'm not even mad at the guy. He said that I was too bloodthirsty and that lately we've gotten a little too out of control at night. And he's not even wrong there. I'm not even going to try to... He's not banned for life. He left.
Right.
But I didn't even want to argue with him. I was like, yeah, you're probably right, but don't make fun of my lazy eye. Or you'll never, ever be allowed on the internet again. And if that's too bloodthirsty, then I know,
Mike, it's a little bloodthirsty.
If impaling 1,000 of your enemies outside of your city walls is excessive in some way, well, then,
All right, so it just wasn't for him. You're a little too bloodthirsty.
So we've lost a few people.
It's fine. Every time I got to turn the wheel, it's fine. Right? Who cares?
If I ever catch you, Pod, if I ever catch you, you will be impaled on the city walls.
Jeez.
Figuratively.
Not literally?
Figuratively.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to do that. Like, I wish there was a way to, murder someone's internet account and then display it on your website. Like Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, I like that, yeah.
Just destroy, just kill somebody's Facebook account and then pin it to your wall. Like, there you go. And then other people go, oh, wow, you got that guy taken down? Yeah, don't ever.
Someone's saying, make fun of Mercer's eye. Eye of the hurricane, motherfucker.
It's true.
Oh, man.
Just don't be mean. We want to have this problem.
Coming from you?
Well, I'm hoping that this rash of extreme internet violence will lead to a new peaceful resolution. Like, eventually things got to calm down. Through war comes peace.
Just make sure your rail lines are right, and you'll be fine. Just make sure your railway lines.
The rail lines are just fucking fine, Royce. If the British and the Americans would stop bombing them, then maybe I could get some food into these goddamn Jews. And
why did they have swimming pools? Sorry, what were we talking about? I get off.
Why does this death camp have a brothel?
Yeah,
this is the weirdest death camp.
Are they playing shuffleboard?
I've never been to a death camp that has its own currency.
Yeah, it's weird.
What is happening? So what I'm saying is, be nice.
Mm-hmm. Be as nice as you can be.
Be nice. Or in lieu of being nice, as our good pal Walter White says, tread lightly. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not even close to tired. It's January 17th. We're all pumped.
All right. So somebody introduced me to this. This is
dude, we didn't go to the fucking moon.
That's not that.
Oh, it looks like moon.
Somebody introduced me to this. There's this guy in England called Chris Morris. Have you heard of Chris Morris?
No.
Okay. You haven't, and there's a reason for it. People don't like him there. This since the early 2000s, what he's been doing is he has a show, right, called The Brass Eye, and he goes and he pranks celebrities, but he pranks them in a way to do PSAs for things. So let's play the first one, okay? These are celebrities he's pranking, people that work in the parliament, stuff like that. So he made up a fake news report for a drug that was being done called cake. Okay? So let's go ahead and play it.
The classic street signs of a nearby drug abuse. But what about this?
So this is him. This is the guy.
Remnants of something far worse. A new legal drug from Czechoslovakia called cake. Oh, and luckily the story involves these people. Free the United Kingdom from drugs, and British opposition to metabolically bisturbile drugs. Ted Moore reports.
Cake first appeared in Prague last year. News reports showed victims insane with pain.
This is all fake, by the way, but the people they're talking to, they think this is real.
Disturbing images like this and a knowledge of the drug routes in Europe led to the formation of Free the United Kingdom from Drugs, incorporating British opposition to metabolically bisturbile drugs. Their single aim, to enlist the great and good.
I'm Bernard Ingham, and this is a piece of cake.
By the way, they're telling them the drug is actually this size. That's a pill. They're saying this is the pill, okay?
To warn Britain about cake.
Fucking no.
Before it was too late.
Hi, this is Bruno Brooks. We all like to party.
Bruno Brooks is a big music guy there, so they're getting him to do a PSA for this.
Right? Absolutely. But only the fool would say, yeah, I'll enter the nightmare of cake. And this is it.
This colour that they thought would be a good selling point is put in by using an industrial dye, which in itself is a pollutant, and is causing in Czechoslovakia something called Czech neck. It causes enormous water retention so that the body swells up. The neck becomes about this wide and swells up to engulf the mouth and the nose so that the person...
So did people buy this?
Yes, this is the thing with this, right?
There's no way.
Yeah, no, for real. Trust me. I promise you.
If anybody believed this, you need to be euthanized immediately.
They do this because they're very smart. People don't like him. Celebrities have sued this guy because he fooled them. He fooled Phil Collins too in another video I'm going to play. So these people, they say, hey, we're doing a news report on this drug. You're a celebrity. You're an important person. Just read, and they give him a script. So they're just reading a script. That's what they're doing. They're reading a script.
None of this means anything. Yeah. Like they just do what they're told.
Oh, it gets weirder.
Who's on that trip dies through not being able to...
I had a few people from England today telling me this Chris Morris guy is why people started not believing the media, because there's a rabbit hole to go down. This guy, he's a professional pranker. This is before Borat. He was fucking making these people do the most insane things.
Breathe at all.
One young kiddie on cake cried all the water out of his body. Just imagine how his mother felt. It's a fucking disgrace.
Can we lose this thing about the slow crushing of his skull?
No one understood how to get the message over better than this man.
What is cake? Well, it has an active ingredient, which is a dangerous psychoactive compound known as dimesmeric Anderson phosphate. It stimulates the part of the brain called Shatner's bassoon.
Shatner's bassoon?
This is why I'm like, how does anybody... I would be like, this is all nonsense.
And that's the bit of the brain that deals with time perception. So a second feels like a month. Well, almost sounds like fun. Unless you're the Prague schoolboy who walked out into the street straight in front of a tram. He thought he'd got a month to cross the street.
But for maximum reach, cake needed an actively political kick in the pills. And that's what it got from MP David Amis, MP.
Yes, he's this guy's doing in the parliament, okay?
Look at that. 100 grand in the pocket of the filth that sells it. A big yellow death bullet in the head of some poor user, or custard gannet, as the dealers call them. I'm off to do what I can. And if you don't mind, I'll leave this with you. I don't want to look at it for another moment.
What fucked and bombed needed more than anything was the illegalization of cake.
And look, have we asked anything about this in Parliament? I mean, no. We haven't.
No, I mean, that would be ideal to get something done.
Well, I'll certainly raise a question.
That now became a very real possibility. With the hell of cake still ringing in his ears, Amis went back to his lair and drafted a question for the Home Office.
He actually wrote in the parliamentary debates about cake. He actually went to the parliamentary debates and brought up a fake drug that this guy made up.
Very next question time saw health ministers pledging to fight cake. And in the meantime...
Health ministers, by the way, he's hated. They hate this man there.
I'm sure.
The media hates this man.
I'm glad.
The message for the kids is loud and clear.
Help fucked and bombed. Eliminate this evil. Use your cheese box and say, no, never.
So, It's a little intro. That's a little taste. But what? Check this one out.
British people are so weird.
In 2001, he did something where he fooled them, and this is
Now,
on pedophilia.
what are the facts about paedophiles? Lardon Iridesco reports.
This is Noah Fink, the country's leading authority on paedophiles, using Britain's...
They made a fake organization that became the leading source on pedophiles.
Best loved heads.
And I'm talking
That's Phil Collins, and he's wearing the shirt.
nonsense.
To broadcast paedophile facts.
This sense.
Yes, I know.
This
guy's a fucking
By the way,
hero.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Phil Collins is not known for his easygoing, just chill and let be kind of vibe to him.
No.
He's known to have a furious temper and not enjoying looking silly. So I can't imagine that Phil Collins' reaction to this was anything reasonable or rational.
Oh, fuck. This is like an old school Eric Andre thing.
Heads.
And I'm talking nonsense.
To broadcast paedophile facts.
This is a crab. This has sex with kids.
To those most in danger.
Let's just get one thing straight. The British Army has never launched an offensive against a 6-year-old child.
Gerald Howarth here for No Fink, incorporating no offence, no offence, no offence, and no thanks.
Paedophiles are very good at disguising themselves. These
So there's one of those lords they have over there.
are two photographs of the same paedophile,
It's Hall & Oates.
before and after.
Oh my God.
It's Hall & Oates.
Why would you do this? How could you fall for this? How does anybody not go, wait a minute? You sure that's not Hall & Oates? Say it.
I'm sure that, you know what he does is probably numbers. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't fall for it, and these are just the people that do.
It's true.
And it works too. This man is still at large in the United States.
It's
He's
true.
believed to have a low-status job inside the music industry.
That's just mean.
It's saying Hall & Oates are
It's
pedophiles.
just mean.
How brazen and shameless is the modern paedophile? Well, take a look at this card here. What sort of...
It's one of those gag cards you buy at Spencer's.
Kids, I can help with your what?
I can help with your homework, and then there's a phone number to call him.
It's just a dude in his underwear. It's just so creepy.
sick individual put things like this up in a telephone box? What sort of thing was going through his mind?
Genetically, paedophiles have more genes in common with crabs than they do with you and me.
Did you know that? The pedophiles have genetically...
I'm going to need to see more science on that.
Oh, fuck.
Now that is scientific fact.
This guy's a radio DJ.
There's no real evidence for it, but it is scientific fact.
There's no real evidence for it, but it's scientific fact. Pedophile
Children
methods.
today often have mobile
This guy's a sports commentator.
phones, but so too do paedophiles using text message slang. And because they're on edge, they dial wrong numbers. So watch out for these. Pipe-to-pipe bushman, code for two paedophiles having sex with each other while watching children from a shrub.
How many times has he done this to people?
Apparently, because there's quite a few people now that listen to us that live in England and the UK, and they're like, this guy's been doing this for years. He's been sued several times, but he doesn't stop. He just doesn't stop.
DBL means Dusky Blonde Lulu, and that's a male paedophile disguised as a lion.
That's a male paedophile. That's right.
Baltimora. This means literally, I'm running at them now with my trousers down.
This man is using clapping to describe a 6-year-old child alone in a department store while her mother is distracted using a mobile telephone. Other paedophiles in the area can now take advantage of this child by using this method of communication.
I'd like to play you a piece of music called Stay Away From Me by the American chart toppers Smash My Brother's Face In.
Okay, that's
They said it's a pedophile band.
That's great.
It's a pedophile.
A paedophile would be really nonplussed if you opened your mouth and that noise came out, so learn it.
Wadded and rammed, public support for anti-paedophile technology.
The Singapore solution.
So he went to this town hall, like a focus group.
A paedophile has an implant the size of a cashew nut in his rectum. These devices are triggered by the sound of children's voices. It hears those voices, it expands to the size of a 42-inch colour television set. Bang! They fall to the ground, shrieking, and the children are safe.
Sounds good. Very good.
Very good idea. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yes. And a self-confessed paedophile is confronted with what he is.
You are a paedophile. You are a nonce. You are a perv.
I love nonce.
You're a slot badger. You're a two-pin din plug. You're a bush dodger. You're a small beam regarder.
Bush dodger.
You're an Unabomber. You're a nut administrator. You're a bent ref. You're the crazy world of Arthur Brown. You're a fence foal. You're a free willy. You're a chimney bottler. You're a bunty man. You're a shrub rocketeer.
Shrub rocketeer is awesome.
Yes, well, you know, you just mentioned some of the names that we have to put up with every day, and it's just another form of racism.
This guy's a fucking
That's
legend.
the yeah.
This
Dude,
guy's amazing.
dude, the stuff he gets him to say. So yeah, his name is Chris Morris, and he's been doing this for forever. And they don't like him. He gets these celebrities to say the dumbest thing because he pretends he's a real news organization. So they don't question it. You know, they just fucking do it. Yeah.
No, that's incredible, dude.
Oh, fuck.
How old is that, too? It's got to be old.
That
as
was
fuck.
2001. Wow. That was 2001. All right. All right.
I didn't do any. Don't fucking put words in my mouth, dude.
I want to show you something. So, Mike, you remember like when you would go to like to Sunday school or church or whatever, they would try to have like these hip young people show up, you know, to convert you?
Of course.
Like, you know, they'd be the breakdancing for Jesus
Oh,
or
yeah,
powerlifters for God.
And by the way, you guys are idiots because the Christians always used to try to do like use pop culture to appeal to young men.
Right.
And Muslims and Jews have historically been using their daughters.
Yeah, that usually works.
And you guys are so dumb. Christians are so weird about protecting their daughter that they won't pimp their daughter out for their God. And that's why you're losing.
That's why you lose the culture war. You happy now? All right. Well, Mike, I want to introduce you to really hip. This is from, I think, the late 80s, early 90s. The renewed mind is key. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Breakdancing.
All right, whatever. I'm sold.
The
Whatever it
renewed
is.
mind is the key to the power that we need. The world is gonna see that it's Christ in me. The renewed mind is the key to the
All right,
power.
quit digging. You struck oil. I'm in.
Huh?
But I don't even know what
You know
you're
what it
singing
is?
about, but I'm
Give
in.
him the money? Just give him the money?
Just whatever it is. How many do I... Whatever amount I can get, let me get the most amount.
You think he's banging these two broads?
Let me get the most... How many? I want the most many.
You think he's banging them?
To the power that we need.
Maybe the one on the fucking right to his right, our left, but that, I don't think
Not the other one? Not the mom?
Is gonna see
Someone goes, is that Trump Jr.?
that it's Christ in me.
He does look like
He
Don Jr.
does look like he really does.
The renewed mind is the key to the power that we need.
I love how people keep going, Don Jr. will get indicted someday. Like that's a point I've ever made. I'm like, yeah, probably. He's an idiot.
Yeah, who cares?
He's nothing like his dad.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I don't see Donald Trump finishing a whole term without his son getting indicted, having nothing to do with Russian collusion. Just Don Jr. is a big mouth idiot.
You're right, he is.
So he's just a guy you can see caught on wiretape. Yeah, we moved a little cocaine a couple of years ago. So the fuck what?
What? Oh, we're ruined now.
Shut up.
We're ruined now.
Like even Eric Trump just knows. Like Eric Trump knows he's dumb, so he keeps a low profile. Just donates to St. Jude's, stays on the low.
Eric Trump has Miley Cyrus mouth.
But you notice he's never on Twitter. Don Jr. is trying to be like his dad, and
Yeah.
he's just terrible at it.
He's not good at it. You're right. There's a lot of people trying to be Trump. Republicans trying to. You're not Trump.
But Don Jr. wants so bad to be his dad, and his dad just, like every time he's like, "Yeah, these goddamn faggot liberals," and you're like, "You're not your dad."
Sock Desk goes, Don Jr. is Job from Arrested Development. That's exactly right.
Oh my god!
And
he
Eric
looks
is
like him.
Michael. This is you're 100% right.
No, I think Ivanka is Michael.
Oh, good point.
She's like the only one that's like,
Hey.
could we all be kind of normal? Please?
Sorry, renewed mind.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
It's the only way to be strong in victory. God is
Is this Mormons or which
I don't know. I'm not really sure what denomination this is.
with his righteousness and power. And we live for him and our daytime and hour. We can stand upon the greatness of his word.
there's nothing I hate more than unimaginative lyrics.
Oh, yeah, no.
There is nothing I hate more than when somebody comes out and just sings a pamphlet at you.
This is like a QAnon song.
But yeah, like it's literally the contents of a pamphlet sung to you, and you're like, okay.
And proclaim the truth. We're gonna make it heard. We've got
Sock Desk goes, imagine Don Jr. crying after banging Stormy Daniels.
Somebody's claiming it's Scientology?
No, this isn't Scientology.
They're not. Yeah, they're not this uncool.
This is a Jesus thing.
all the potential power God could ever give.
God,
And we
yeah.
stand up on our legal rights and boldly make
This
them
could use more
live.
breakdancing.
I just don't get the. Oh yeah, Johnny Gaudet has a good question in the chat. What's up with the youth? What's up with the youth? Corey Feldman on fucking Stern Show.
Of course I remember. Fuck, now I gotta pull that up.
That's a way better clip.
You're right. You're right. I'm doing it right now.
That's when I go. I actually have to play that. It's legal requirement now on Nightwave that we play that at least twice a year because it's the most. It's that perfect moment when the '80s was still kind of like hungover and we weren't quite in the night. Like we were in the '90s, but the '90s was still trying to be too much like the '80s, and it was just this weird.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. This when Stern had the TV show, right? He had a TV show for a little
Channel
bit.
11 show.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
yeah. I remember this.
Channel 11 show was awesome, but Stern was already getting greedy back then, and they're like, "We're not paying you this much. We're a local New York affiliate."
Right. All right, so here we go. Corey Feldman.
Brand new song. What's this song about?
The song is about, it's called What Up With Youth, and it's about what's up with the youth in America today, gang violence, drugs, and that kind of thing, trying to make the world a better place.
Hey, I could relate to that for sure. Let me tell you something, man. I'm not kidding. I really think that's
Stern
good.
was funny.
Yes. Yes. Stern was one of the... Look,
When
man,
he just was, when he embraced how fucking weird he was, and he didn't care about any of the like power structures above him, he was great.
No, you're right. Look, you could say people shit on Stern now, and he should because he's lost it now. But
and he's a garbage person.
Yeah,
now.
but yeah, he was one of the funniest people on earth at one point. I mean, he really
Well,
was.
the people around him
Well,
were a collection
fair
of
enough.
the funniest
Fair
people
enough.
on earth.
Fair enough.
The youth, you know.
But
Yeah.
all the people that wrote for Stern or go, "I made that show. I was the funniest one on that show." None of them could have ever been Stern, so that's why it worked perfect. Because he was,
I know what you mean,
He was
yeah.
the weirdest figurehead of this circus in the '90s, man. This guy is my childhood.
You wrote it yourself?
Wrote it and produced it. Yeah.
Let's hear for Corey right now with the song.
good.
Let's all start dancing, baby. Go ahead, Corey.
By the way, Michael Jackson totally didn't molest him.
I don't think so. I think he did.
Check out those sick moves.
My favorite's the midget.
Well, that's just the beauty of Stern back in the day. He would always have like a Klan member and a midget there for no reason, just to be all inclusive.
Wow, man, he really wanted to be Michael Jackson. Like, there's not even any subtlety to it.
Can I point out too, anybody who wants to blame, like sometimes blame like the Gen Xers or like some of the people we were close in age to that were like libertarians, that you get mad because you go like, oh, you guys were just as bad for pushing multiculturalism or globalism. You got to understand that like the forced diversity versus multiculturalism thing. We were sold on this idea years ago that we would have like black midgets and strippers, but also Klan members and Jew haters and weirdos, and that all of them would be left alone and allowed to be that. The problem that we have nowadays with what they're trying to turn the world into is because you're not allowed to. They just want us to be all one chinky-eyed, brown, low IQ, mongrel race. That's what they want. Whereas back in the day, it was like, no, let them all in. Like, dude, have a party. Like Stern used to be all-inclusive. But all-inclusive meant he'd have Daniel Carver on and other crazy people. He'd have, like, guys that were known for shooting somebody. He used to have Chuck Zito on, like all these weirdos. And that's what made it cool.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You guys have ruined it. So don't blame us because we were lied to about how it was going to play out. We didn't know that they were going to force multiculturalism on us and then just suddenly issue Order 66
you're
on
right,
whites.
Though, because Howard Stern would have shows where you would have the king of all N-words and like a Klansman at the same time in the studio, and it was like, oh, they're fucking both nuts.
And they would go, hey, Daniel, what do you think about, what's going on right now with immigration? Well, I'll tell you what, man, the Mexicans ain't all that bad, but these goddamn niggers. And they would let them just do it, and they would all go, like, what a madman.
Yeah.
But it was never, like, I know these radio shows work. They still ask Daniel Carver, like everybody else in the morning, what do you want for breakfast?
Exactly.
They still treated him like a guest.
Exactly.
That's the way it was.
He was in that green room.
He did not know that they were going to create this multicultural thing and then issue Order 66 on all Christian white males. And now we're like, well, that wasn't part of the fucking plan.
Wait a second.
The whole thing was like, I'll let you leave me alone. I'll let you suck your dicks and stuff, and you're supposed to leave me alone.
And let me suck my dicks and stuff.
It's good stuff, though.
Dude, let's let it really kick in.
Thank you. Dog Munch in the chat. Stern got the Bee Gees to sing about John Bobbitt's chopped off penis on New Year's Eve. Like, this is what...
Yeah.
In his prime, dude, it was like... Remember when he had Fred dressed like a Nazi?
Yes.
As part of the dating game?
Mm-hmm.
And then, it was Daniel Carver, and then they had Fred Norris as a Nazi. And then Daniel Carver shilled his Kill All the Jews t-shirts or something. And I remember Fred Norris turning to him in a German accent and going, oh, do you take MasterCard? That show was so funny back then. What's up with the youth, bro?
What? He's right, though, because a lot of people don't try to think of what's going on with the youth,
Except literally, there's a pop song literally every year that has some sort of what's up with the youth theme.
Oh, okay. You're right. I forgot about that.
Black Eyed Peas had that one, remember?
Yeah.
That was actually just What's Up, right? And then they had Youth of the Nation.
Yeah.
And one of the Band-Aids. Every couple of years, people go, hey, kids, what's up with these kids today?
New Radicals?
Yes.
The Music in You was that same kind of song, it was about the youth.
point. What is up?
What's going on with the
youth today?
By the way, not many people know this is where Keenan took his "What's Up with That" skit from this song.
Fugitive caller in the chat wants to know what's up with the spooks.
What's up with the spooks? This is my new song. It's called 13%.
Let's round up the Jews. Let's round up the Jews. Jesus, man. Corey Feldman's been going hard lately.
He didn't care anymore.
Really trying to get that Pizzagate audience on his side. He thinks he's doing good.
Yeah, well, you know what, dude? He's the only person in that room that had sex with Michael Jackson. So fucking get out of that shit.
He's got me there.
He's the only person in that studio that had sex with Michael Jackson. All right? Allegedly. We don't know.
Was raped by. Is probably the way to.
Yeah, but was he asking for it?
Yeah, to be fair, I think Corey was doing more drugs at 12 than Michael Jackson was in his 20s.
Yeah. Whose face is on the board?
We can admit, right, even though he's a complete douche now, completely unfunny, that in his prime, Stuttering John was probably one of the best henchmen in the history of a radio show ever. Like, he was the best soldier any radio show's ever had. And then
now he's a fucking cuck.
Well, he went all, he sold out. Which I don't even blame him for. Like, who doesn't go work for Leno for 5 times as much money, and all you have to do is announce? But he's become a real cunt. But yeah, back in the day, Stuttering John had balls, dude. He would get fucking physically thrown from venues out the door. It was very funny.
This is before cocaine lost out to heroin. Sakta says.
Dude, I saw a fucking,
he's got like one move too.
I saw a video of him where Stuttering John just shoved a mic in some actress's face, and he's like, "Do you support the Jews?" Like, of course I support the Jews. And he's like, come on. It's just hilarious. And it's like he works for Howard Stern. Clearly they're just fucking with people.
Right.
But you'd never get away with that now.
Why is he dressed like he's in the fucking Talking Heads? Like, everything about this is very weird.
Well, and the funny thing is too, this is from it's the WPIX show, so it has to be the 90s. So again, this is that like where some people were still hanging on to that 80s
vibe.
Like, come on, dude, it's over.
Yeah.
What's up with the youth? What's up with the youth? What's up with the youth? What's up with the youth?
While Corey Feldman was doing this and going, I'm going to relaunch my career with this hip new music. Somewhere across the country, 4 angry black guys were sitting somewhere in a trap house going, yo, man, what if we just started like talking about like shooting cops and shit over these beats and just selling, just banging puss and slinging drugs? Like, you think that would? And then like one of them was probably like, nah, man, that ain't gonna resonate with white kids. That'll never work.
But
and Eazy-E and Dre were like, look, we're going to go give it a try. And they went, you 2 N-words are crazy. Good luck. Good luck finding a Jew who's going to fund that degeneracy.
Literally every Jew.
And then in came Jerry Heller.
Well, look, on the upside, and we haven't played this in a while. It's been more than a year since we've played this, actually. Don't forget, he's grown up. His music has evolved. Remember when he was on the Today Show?
Here, and you may have had some Corey Feldman posters.
By the way, fucking like 2 out of 3 of those girls behind him have at this point filed charges against him.
Oh, yeah.
By now. Like the Angels thing, boy, did that fall apart
Corey
quick.
Feldman and his Angels.
I like helping them as well. That's why I created Corey's Angels.
There's going to be some
It's
MJ
like I wanted to
coming.
be sort of like a white R. Kelly and have like
a harem.
You know, have this harem of prostitutes that I keep chained up in my house. out of love and angels. And I promised them that they'll get ahead in their career. But then me and my wife just drugged them and raped them allegedly. And, it's pretty cool. It's not as successful as R. Kelly, but...
Dude, he's really good.
I love too when people go, give Corey Feldman a break, okay? A lot of these guys are, they were raped themselves as a kid. I'm like, yes, so was I. I've never kept women chained up in my house in angel costumes. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little extreme. All I see are familiar faces. faces. Sorry, it's the same song.
Get it. All she gonna do is twerk. Hit the club, tell him.
Oh no, I remember he did the dubstep.
Yeah, it was dubstep. By the way,
But he
again,
did
just
this-
like the 80s thing.
No, but
he's
he did
always
this-
too late.
This was like 2 years ago or
Yeah.
3 years ago, and like, guys, dubstep started like getting hot in 2010, and it was dead by 2011.
Yeah, you're right.
And like it peaked with the Nero remix of Skrillex's Promises, and then that was it. Everything else after that was just fucking, whatever. This guy, 2016. Womp, womp, womp. Like, that's like, he sounds like a Mitsubishi commercial at this time.
Joey Jabadoo says, Corey Darko.
So imagine you're in the hospital, right? Like imagine that you're like a firefighter who got so brain damaged on 9/11 that you just went in a coma for 16 years, and then and you get out of your coma in the hospital and you're coming to, and so much time has passed, and you see all the gray hairs, and you look up at the TV, and Good Morning America's like, hey, Chad's a new hit song by Corey Feldman. And it starts playing this dubstep music. Would you not go, wait a minute, did it take me 16 years to go to hell? That was a long trip.
I was in purgatory for a while.
I just thought I would have died and went to hell. No, sir. This is just reality now. Now, thanks to President Trump, the Obamacare directorate has been overturned. Wait, the president who? It's just all confused.
Why is Corey Feldman dressed like he's about to sell me weapons in Resident Evil 4? Check out my wares.
He's got the fucking ebony armor. He's got the Nightingale armor from Skyrim.
Yeah, but you know what? His sneak is way up right now.
Way up. You can't even see
His
him.
crazy sneak.
And because of the terrible AI in the game, you can walk right up to people and do this.
Put baskets on their head and rob them blind.
Dude, you notice that? Some of those games, like your stealth is now at 100. Hi. I'm stealing things from your store. You're like, there's no way this would work.
Huh? Did you hear that?
Must
have been the wind.
Make you big from us, it's still nobody notice them. Just when you think it's all over.
Look, man, this new Assassin's Creed looks terrible.
This is a genuine question, and I'm not trying to get people to laugh. Did they rehearse the song even once before this at all? Did he write this song on the car ride over? It does.
It doesn't.
Like
he jotted it down.
Like he doesn't even
in
know
the Uber.
Yeah, like he doesn't even know how he wants his vocals to sound. You should have made this decision before the Good Morning America gig, I think.
I love how people are pointing out, yeah, the Angels are totally playing those instruments.
No hope in life, so what you gonna do? Every shot flies from exposure.
Yeah, all those girls are genuinely trying to play the songs. But like, you remember when you would give your little brother the unplugged controller? Like that's what this is.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all some unplugged basses.
So what have you got to lose? We got nothing to lose, so baby, let's go.
And they're terrible singers on top of all that. Like the girls are also, they got nothing to lose.
Yeah, also they're fucking suing them, and they're going to Deadline Hollywood with everything. So they're also terrible sex slaves.
Yeah, you guys
they're
are
really
not good
all
at
around
anything.
terrible at everything.
Pick a lane. Joey Shabadoo, that's a Trans Angel Orchestra.
Let's go for it.
I remember seeing this and being actually angry that he had these sex slaves. I'm like, these are some pretty good looking broads.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's a waste. At least say what you want about R. Kelly, but he took all the ugly bitches, so I didn't care.
Let's go for it. Let's go.
You hear those fat wobbles? Those wobbles are fat as fuck, dude. Wop, wop, wop.
But imagine imagine you went to high school. Imagine you dated one of these girls in high school.
Dr. Prony goes, dude, the song sounds like it would be in a modern day Crow sequel.
No, a reboot, not a sequel.
Right, reboot.
Let's not be silly here. Can't bring Brandon fucking Lee back from the dead. So, Lord knows we've tried. Dude, fucking Brandon Lee was just a hologram. You don't even realize it, dude. That's why they can't recreate Brandon Lee. Because they broke the hologram machine and they don't have the technology again.
Objectively not crazy, folks.
That's too high. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach the top.
The dancing's my favorite.
All of these women look like developmental NXT talent.
Trash Stuff goes, the reboot of Crow would be, the Crow would be black and fight Nazis now. Tell me it wouldn't be. Omar Epps as the Crow.
I wouldn't even be mad if you made a movie where you bash Nazis, but make it a fucking character that makes sense. Like Blade.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Blade would want to kill some Nazi vampires, because he's a black vampire killer. It kind of works out.
Yeah, it really works out well.
Why do that with the why do that with the Crow?
Music sounds like a transformer got raped, David said.
Lies they tarnish you, try to abolish
Really does sound like fucking. Really does sound like fucking bumblebees being pinned down, sodomized.
Why, Optimus? I loved you.
Spin your good deeds until they become bad news. They match your name with shame. They point and laugh at you, that nobody knows their name.
Definitely wasn't molested.
You feel beaten, don't have the strength.
You know, drugs and hubris are like two of the greatest, most powerful combinations in the world, because that's how you get things like this.
And Owen Benjamin.
You have to be arrogant and also be on drugs to be like, I'm fucking.
So both, you need both. Like, you can't just have one.
Yeah, like
you have to have both.
Yeah, like remember Boogie Nights? Mm-hmm. That's what it's like when Dirk Diggler decided I'm just going to be a rock star now. That's what it's like. You need to have hubris and drugs in your system.
When Chevy Chase did drugs, he was the funniest he ever was. I think
true.
you're right. No, seriously, I believe that. Like, there's certain performers that they need, and it's fucked up, but they kind of need the drugs.
Oh yeah.
Like, you think
no, but you're thinking of like that's like good
drugs. Yeah.
performers. I'm
These
talking
are
about
bad, yeah.
even bad ones. There's a certain element where you like any normal person would go, oh wait, we're not ready to go on Good Morning America. We sound terrible. But if you do enough drugs, you're like, yes, we got it. Woo!
You're right. Some benefit, some don't. Like some people say, Chris Farley, drugs made him hilarious.
Heroin's a great drug. Opiates, any opiate is a fantastic drug because it doesn't. It gives you like a sense of euphoria and a little bit of energy, but like without giving you any sort of unrealistic idea of what's good. Like you might be more willing to try some things on heroin because you're willing to take more risks, but like you would never go like, oh, this is great when it's not great. Like even on opiates, you'll go, yeah, it's objectively pretty terrible. Cocaine and stuff like that, rock is when you start going, woo, this is fucking great.
Freeze has a good point in the chat, though. This sounds like music that would be in the CW's Arrow show in the background. You know, all the CW show had the same. See, the reason what CW does is one big infomercials. They actually have bands like, you know, these pop bands or studios. The record labels pay CW to pump these new songs in.
That's what happened when I was on that One Tree Hill show. It was right at the start of that season. They had the girl go work at a record label, and it was just an excuse for the entire season to shove bands you've never heard of into your fucking ear hole. That's all it was.
That's what it is. It's a lot of the new albums coming out. It's like
I just signed this new band called the Chronic Boys or whatever. It's like these guys that you never heard of until they were on One Tree Hill.
It's like WWE. It's like, oh yeah, and this SummerSlam, the music for SummerSlam's by Korn this year. You know, they were paid by Korn to promote their new album.
Oh yeah, but at least they get bands you used to hear of.
Yeah, that's true.
With One Tree Hill, it was always like this band that just got signed from like, Flint, Michigan, and they were like 3 young emo kids that nobody cared about, and they're like, yeah, we'll get them on fucking One Tree Hill. And then, boom.
And nobody gave a shit. Nobody ever bought those albums.
No, everybody was listening to like Chevelle and shit back then.
Yeah, CW has music that you would hear at a Starbucks. You know, like you're sitting there going, it's
see
background.
it at Starbucks next to Eddie Vedder's ukulele album. And I don't deal with no patriarchy. Wow.
Is Eddie Vedder's ukulele album where he just covers Pearl Jam songs. That's all he covers with his ukulele album.
Let's exterminate white men, even though I'm white and my sons are white. I'm sorry, I think that's a song by Matt Ward.
Corporations are bad, but this year's a Pearl Jam album's a Target exclusive. It's fucking, what a fucking asshole he is.
Yeah, because I'm going to drive to Target to buy a CD.
Put it in my car.
What fucking year is this? This is why retail is dying.
Oh yeah,
because you just watched as Amazon gobbled the world up, and you just kept opening up boxes of CDs and putting them on the rack and going, this will turn around, just like with Blockbuster.
All right, guys.
Fuck you.
Thank you.
Get
for
out of
listening.
here. Get out of here.
Nightwave tonight?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Nightwave tonight, Daywave tomorrow, Daywave Live. I'll post a link in there. Subscribe there. Mike's going to post a link for Nightwave.
Will ya?
Yeah.
Did you? I'm going to do that. Remember that bit? He's so annoyed.
I'll give you $60,000 to stop.
He's so annoyed.
All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks for listening.